Hi everybody, this is Joseph Sharon and I'm back again with another book review. I just read Eileen Smith's Hope for Today from 12 Women of the Bible, When Life Doesn't Match Your Dreams. And I picked this up just because I've been going through a very challenging time in my life, and it's funny how God will come in at just the right moment and point you out to a book that literally speaks to you, and this book did. And it's all about obedience and trusting in God and His plans for us, and not relying on our own understanding. That doesn't mean that we should reach out to other like-minded believers that can help us achieve our goals and dreams. We just have to make sure that they're in alignment with our creators. And oftentimes it's very challenging to discern or decipher if indeed it is within the parameters of what God really wants for us. And I'm going through a lot right now. Actually, things have become more balanced and the pendulum is shifted back to just more stability. Thank heaven. I've been having issues with my master's degree, and I hit kind of a roadblock with it, and I know I shouldn't give up, and I'm going to keep trying no matter what. It's just this one unit is really giving me issues, but I'm not going to go into that. This is not about that. It's about these women in the Bible, all from the Old Testament, who give us examples of what they did right and what they did wrong, and how we can learn from their example and the mistakes that they made. And like I said, the whole crux of the book is surrender. And as human beings, waiting and surrendering, our patience and other fruits of the Spirit don't always come to us easily, and I can attest to that. Patience is not my strong suit. And one aspect it is, if I'm waiting in line, if I'm at an amusement park and I'm waiting in line to get it on the latest roller coaster, I'm cool with that. I'm fine. Because I know as soon as my time is come, it's going to be epic, and it always is. So I have no issue with that in an amusement park setting or other place like a concert. If I'm waiting in line to see somebody perform, I remember when I was in line to see Danny Sexbang in concert, and I went to Minnesota just to do it, but man, it was worth it. I'm really hoping I can actually get a little bit closer to see him this year when he returns. And I'm not going to Minnesota just to see him again. I'm probably going to go to Chicago. So please come back. Please come back, Daddy. But anyway, the book itself is chock full of really good, solid examples. And of course, all of it is creative license, but still, it's very compelling and uplifting and encouraging to people like me who might feel a little bit discontent or disheartened by their situation or circumstances. And we always have that ability to change. I just heard something on the radio. I've recently started listening to Moody Radio, and it's been a blessing to me. But it was talking about Elijah, and I thought, I love Elijah, and I've related to him as well as I have to Joseph, because I'm a dreamer. And Elijah, because he was afraid, he decided to sequester himself in the mountains to flee from Bathsheba. And, I mean, for good reason. She wanted him dead, so why wouldn't he? I mean, wouldn't you have? Yeah. I wouldn't want anything to do with a vehement queen that had her sights set on capping me. So, no, I'll pass. But Granted, I'm excited for the next lesson in that series because I'm in isolation myself, so I thought, this is timely. It really is. Everything is just, it's hitting on all cylinders now. So I'm remaining awake and alert and wondering, something's going to happen. I'm not sure what, but this book was my first inkling as to, well, I'm not lost, and God still cares about me, and He loves me. He never stopped loving me. It was me. It's just that one song in Spanish, La problema es tú. It's the problem is you. It's not anybody else. And I thought, dear God, how could I have been so blind to not seeing my own culpability? And yeah, sometimes it takes a song to whack us upside the face, and you think, oh, yeah. It took a while. Sometimes I'm a little bit hard-headed. It goes with the territory of my inheritance, but I learn. I am adaptable. I can be taught. But if you want to read something really interesting, and I've heard of her due to her other books, Women of the Bible, and I've always been fascinated by that. And I was always wondering about, well, now she has books about the wives of King David. Yeah, I would love to read about the wives of King David, actually, now that I know about it. But there's so many, there's so many books I could just pick up and start reading and really delve into OT, because I've always found OT to be absolutely engrossing. I do like NT stuff. I don't know why, but I've felt like, and I've said this before, I think that in a past life I was definitely a rabbi, and I gave people advice, and I did my best. I'm only only human. I make mistakes, okay? But I have all the mannerisms that a typical rabbi would possess. It's just, experience, and I've been in my present lifetime, I lack. But I am gaining more experience. It's 2 years' time. I've made a quantum leap in that regard, but things are definitely turning out to be more rosy on my side of the veil. But that's basically all I got to say about When Life Doesn't Match Your Dreams. It's a very sensational book. It's spectacular, and it definitely gave me hope, and I am not going to give up. I'm going to continue having faith and never, ever, ever letting go or giving in. I'm going to continue fighting the good fight so long as I have breath in my lungs. Till next time, live long and prosper. Ciao, tutti.